Welcome to the CTU show. I am very, very
What?
down right now.
This man done started to shrink. You gotta love this man.
I'm I'm very, very down right now. Can't believe my team just blew a 10-point lead, but also, how am I supposed to be hype right now? Um, you know, I feel like today was a date with destiny anyway. So, you know, guy on my left, who you be? I already know who you are. I don't think chat does, and that is we got Crownless. We
Oh, I'm
got
on the left today. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
you're on the left
My
today.
Twitter just shows me, just the niggas. Yeah, it's good gang. I'm clownless. Uh, Shout out to y'all if y'all know where my name comes from. If not, that's cool. We can talk about it eventually. Not right now though. Yeah, doing good. Another wonderful night.
Yep.
Maybe a fresh hot cup of tea. Ready to dig into whatever we talk about today.
Yeah. Guy on the bottom, who you be?
Yeah. Oh yes.
Whew. Well, it's a unique story. I'm here back with another episode. You know what I mean? Episode, what is this? 7? Yeah,
Episode
this is
7.
episode 7. Episode 7. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful day, is it not?
It
Seems it
definitely
not.
is.
It's a beautiful day, especially when one of our fellow cast members is sad because their team lost. It's like, nah, I'm just messing with you. I'm awful. I apologize, and I am empathetic to your team's loss.
Google, get out of my chat. Google, please get out of my chat. Google's in my chat just talking. Don't talk to me right now. I am very, very down.
Nah, you got to, bro. You got to handle the pressure. You got to,
bro.
got to.
We was up. I turned off the game for a little bit. We was up. Next thing I know, we magically just lose. We magically lose the lead, and we lose by Marcus Smart 2 dumb plays that he does. First one, he takes a layup, he gets snatch blocked. Next one, he brings the ball up the floor, gets stripped. Cool. Guess what?
Cool.
You know what? You'll have to see Milwaukee in Game 6. I hope we win. If we don't, I'm going to be sad. But, anyways.
I can respect that, bro. Not gonna lie.
Anyways, on to a thing that happened this week. A dude this week sent me a picture of he was in a 2K league, a Discord, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
And so he sends me this picture of what happens in his 2K league. They were supposed to play for $8,000. Like I think it was like regular teams, like either like play now or they're doing like for my team. And the leader of the group left, like he was stepping down, and he put another guy in position to be the leader. Why the dude that they put in position to be the next leader took the $8,000 from the pool and ran away with it. So he took $8,000 and left. And you cannot, and they couldn't get in contact with him. He deleted his Instagram. He did all this stuff. It was a really, really interesting topic. How you guys feel about if you put money into something and it gets robbed like that?
Well, I mean, thankfully, I haven't had any personal experience with that pretty much. I've just seen it. My only examples would be like a Kickstarter campaign. They're funding this man like 5, 10, 15,000. And then, they just pull the rug from under them and just skip, deleting the social media. And it's like, it's kind of crazy to see. So, like, I guess if I was being empathetic, I would say that really must suck.
Yeah.
Especially with that much, it wasn't no, like, a couple hundred, like 8,000, 8 G's.
$8,000. He ran off he basically ran off, took $8,000 and just decided, hey, listen, I'm out. I'm taking my money. I'm taking this money and I'm buying everything. He probably went ahead and bought some things, and they probably didn't even get in contact with him.
Oh hell yeah, bro was definitely on the VC wave. Yo, his character is maxed right now.
Yeah.
Like,
$8,000. He just took $8,000 from them and everything. I see you looking down there, while puzzled. What's going on? What's going
confused.
on? What's going on, Unique? What's going on with you?
My boy nervous.
I can't hear you.
Talk to me.
Can't hear you.
Word, I'll be.
You know what it is? I'm you know, I'm puzzled. I'm just puzzled. That's it.
That I am puzzled.
I'm puzzled. That's it.
$8,000, bro. $8,000. Imagine somebody comes in your crib like, give me the 8,000. Give me it right now.
That's different.
$8,000. $8,000 is pretty.
That's different.
I don't know what you do in that situation. I don't know if you like, and you can't get in contact with the dude. You can't get like nothing at all. $8,000 is pretty insane. But anyways, how was you guys' day today? How was it? How was everybody's day today?
If anything, I would say, not too much complaints. It was pretty upbeat day. Actually, matter of fact, I'm dragging it. My day was immaculate. Matter of fact, my past couple days were immaculate. Ain't nothing actually even happened. It's just a mix of this weather, the way I'm getting up in the morning, the way I'm going about my activities, and just being upbeat. Enjoying this change of weather, being like, it's getting hotter. Booties is out for those who be staring. You feel me? The shorties is out. Sundress season.
Sundress season is upon us. It's getting.
Sundress season.
It's getting crazier and crazier. It's getting crazier and crazier. It's even wild.
Oh, gee, having niggas sweating out here. Just
the bundas is out. All the bundas.
Oh, gee, yo. Ananda, we bought a bundas is out. Yeah, other than that, I've just been enjoying, just trying to live out, enjoy life to the fullest. Got a picnic scheduled for later this month. I'm definitely hyped for that. Haven't had a picnic in
forever.
Like fucking 9 years, bro. OD.
Okay, so that's definitely a long time.
OD, so that's gonna be lit.
How was?
I'm gonna pass the mic up to you, Nick. How was your day, bro?
How was your day?
Still muted.
You muted again.
I didn't even speak yet. Dang. Nah. My day was pretty good. A little stressful. For the people that do know, for the people that don't know, in our personal life, we have, jobs. We got some stuff. I just started, something, a job that I'm not comfortable with. I got a little doubt in me.
But what did they got you doing?
That's a little too personal. I'm not gonna go too far into details, but it's a great deal of customer service. It's into the food handling business, and personally, it's a little bit fast paced at times, and sometimes it's not fast paced. But for the times it is fast paced, I have that big doubt, that each individual gets when they're trying something new. Some people are overly confident, and some people aren't. But
So can I ask you a question? Why did you just say it like that? Why did you when I asked you what do they got you doing? You said that's a little bit too personal, and then you gave an answer to the and then you gave
I gave food customer service. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I do. You know what I mean?
Okay, then you don't say it's too personal for you.
No. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say what I want to say. No, you ain't gonna tell me what I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say what I want to say. Stop speaking. Stop speaking. Stop speaking. Trayvon,
why did you answer the question and then not? You went around and tried to not answer the question and then answer the question.
Listen, stop speaking. Stop speaking. Stop speaking.
Yeah, you got me doing customer service. See, that's that unique story. See, that's that unique story.
That's a good one. That's that unique story. But yeah, customer service, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, it definitely is a fast-paced, job environment. It's definitely tough. Word. Matter of fact, let me not even steal the floor from you, bro. Go ahead.
That's actually pretty lit. I did customer service for 5 years, so it's literally it's a fast paced thing. Getting people, in and out of lines. Sometimes there's gonna be times where it's gonna be packed in a store or anywhere where you work at. You
That's a
know,
fact. And plus, you can't be playing with people's food out here. You got to make it
facts,
right. They're going to be very specific. Got to take care of allergies and whatnot. It's definitely
facts,
a lot to work on.
facts, facts,
You know,
facts.
props to
That's
you for definitely maintaining, bro.
and then,
Keep at
mhm.
it. That's all I can really
and then
say.
and then you got people who like sometimes that are really really rude. You're gonna have those customers. You're gonna
Oh
have
yeah, that's
those.
a fact. They're like, bro, I told you to give me half fucking cream. This is 3/4,
I
bro.
told you. I told you to bag.
What
I
are you
told you
doing?
to bag my eggs separately. Why did you bag them with the bread?
Why did you put it right? How would
It's the same. It's the both of them are the same. Both of them are soft. So
We'll put them a
I put
salted
the
dick.
eggs at the bottom and then put the bread on top of it. It's not gonna crush it.
But, did I ask that though?
No, no,
I,
no, sir.
I don't care about I don't care how many bags you use, bro. Separate them. Yeah, those types
He's,
of customers.
he's
So I
the
feel I feel.
he said no, sir.
Yo, it's
Anyway,
not a fact though. But
anyways,
word. Anyways, I think I'll lead with the topic only because
yeah,
I got something small. Gang, for the first time in like 7 episodes. Not that we're out of topics. It's just it's been a little slow. Everybody's been working. We usually have our notes down. Anyways, so yesterday, specifically last night, I'm just surfing through YouTube, watching my videos, whatnot, chilling. Come across this thumbnail, goes like this. You feel me? Like, okay, he's flexing. But there was one very specific problem, gang. His fucking arms looked like two balloons. Pause. It was like he flexed, and instead of it being normal muscle or even bodybuilder, fake steroidy type muscle, bro, he shits was from here to here. You feel me? And then the fucking title. Oh, this is what caught me.
Hilarious.
New craze sweeps men. They're now putting oil inside their biceps to get bigger muscles. Come on, Cat, you gotta fucking move, bro. Anyways, let me repeat that. They're putting oil, injecting it into their muscles for
into
extended growth.
into this.
Mad different, mad different. So I'm watching the video, bro went to the doctors. He's like, what the fuck am I looking at, bro? This is not good. You gotta cut it out. And I mean, understandable. You feel me? I feel that same way about certain like ass jobs, when they get wild, like
Mm-hmm. Then they get
sitting
wild
there,
dirt.
yeah, they look
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. It was exactly like that, bro. But he was already off the deep end. Like they were talking about, he has
Right.
pimples forming on his biceps. He can't fucking, push his arms down. Like he just looked fucking crazy. And then the part that kept killing me was that when I seen bro, he would just look so jacked in his arm. Bro looked like SpongeBob when he had the anchor arms. That's the best way to put it. It was like, yo, what the hell is this, bro?
But that's like that's like so different. That's different to do. I could understand you doing steroids. I could understand you doing anything to get stronger than the next man. Okay, cool. But putting oil like real oil in your arms is crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And then the doctors, they said the same thing. They was like, yo, bro, you could do anything except this. And now the oils were acting like a corrosive substance and literally eating his muscles up. And then when I heard that, it was like,
Yeah.
anything for beauty, I'm guessing, But then the part that really kicks me and what I want to spin it into a topic to also go along with my bro over here, was that the guy who ended up doing it was like, yo, I was really insecure about my body and my body weight and how people looked at me. And it was like, I get that. As a guy, I'm gonna just speak on it as a guy. You feel me? As a guy, sometimes you are insecure about your body weight. You're like, yeah, not feeling how I'm looking right now, blah blah blah, for whatever reason. But to do that, It's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy.
That's
Bro, you could have just said, yo, you know what? My body looks like this. Fuck it.
Mhm.
It is what it is, bro.
yeah.
So, you
Yeah,
know,
that's
like
that's
I
that's a little
understand
different.
insecurities, but it's just like that was a little bit too off the deep end. You know, it was
Mhm.
like, goddamn. But word, you know, let me just personally just find it fucking crazy. It was like they said there was a procedure to get it out, but by that time it was like, didn't this doctor just say that, you know, your muscles are eating up, bro? Like you're not gonna have any like muscle under there. So, you know, I don't fucking know. Honestly, I want to do some more research on it tonight because like that shit was really crazy to me.
Yeah,
You
especially
know,
That sounds wild.
OD.
That sounds
I was
different.
like, yo, this is more wilder than fucking steroids. Like you could have, like, you know, I don't even
I mean,
condone.
steroids would have done something. They would have got you to a point, but like this is
nah.
Yeah, this
yeah,
is
this is like
ridiculous.
steroids would have gotten you to a point because they physically do boost your strength.
Steroids would have got him somewhere in that ballpark of being like fairly decent. But like once you put like oil in your arms and stuff like that, like bro, you got to think about it. How is your blood gonna be flowing to your arms? How are you gonna get? How are you gonna do like
How you feel to do anything, bro?
How you
Like,
finna
let's
like
keep it
lift
back.
things? How you finna lift things?
I'm a little bit
Oh
more
yeah, we'll
interested
get
in the
there. We'll
conversation
get
though,
there.
because I'm like, is it like cooked oil? Is it like fresh out vegetable oil? Like,
No.
are we talking about oil, carb
Oil,
oil?
like regular oil, like regular oil.
It wasn't like cooking oil. It was like a specific oil, the same way they get like silicone. You know, I guess it was like some type of medically graded oil type shit, but it was still like, bro, what are
He's
you
walling.
doing?
That's different.
That's
Oh,
like,
dear, wow.
bro. And to think about how do you even sleep? Like, how do you sleep?
How do you sleep? Right, bro. You gotta.
How do you? Cause
Nah,
you
my man's is a pure engine right now. My man's is running on
cause
pure
I'm
diesel.
just
I can't even call that testosterone. Like you're really just wilding.
yeah. Cause I don't even know how do you get how do you even lay like what if you was just shorty or something? How do you lay like how you would lay on your side? How do you even lay like that? Because you're the muscle like the bicep itself, bro. You're not gonna be able to sleep on that.
Oh, dear, at all, at all.
What?
You're there just sitting there trying to lay on your sides. You can't do nothing.
You can't do
So,
nothing.
and then that was another part. Wow, that was another part too. It was like he was talking to his girl, and she was like, "Yo, you gotta either stop this, or I'm leaving you." And then you know how it was, bro. Was like,
Dip.
"Fuck it,
Fuck it, I'll leave. Fuck it, I'll leave.
I'm Jorgen von Strangle, bro."
I'm trying to be the strongest man in the world. I'm trying to be the strongest man in the world.
Oh, dear.
That
Talking about
he can't even
like,
he can't even join like those competitions like the world's strongest man, like you know how to do the world's strongest like man competitions and stuff like that, because the oil they would like pop, like it would like his arms would pop.
yeah, his arms would pop, bro. Like it wasn't like on some cartoony shit, like yo, all this shit oozing out, like on some crazy shit. But yeah, like he definitely had like pimples forming around his biceps and shit, and they started leaking, and it was like, oh my god,
Yeah,
like Inca arms over here, bro. You gotta really chill with them.
yeah, because that's like if Popeye, that's like you got Popeye's like forearms, but on your biceps.
Right, but then it's not even natural. So like that's the part that caught me too. It was like, yo, bro's shoulder looked like it's hanging off.
Yeah.
Fucking his collarbone on this side was up to his neck.
Yeah,
Like,
everything starts to hang off. Ew. Yeah, the whole arm itself probably just like starts deteriorating and everything. That's pretty bad. Also, you unique. What's going on?
What was happening?
Yeah. What's going on with your date? Wasn't you dating the date with the Destiny this week?
Hey, with the Destiny, we not having this conversation again. We ain't having this conversation again. Listen, I ain't gonna have conversations with people that don't go into that stuff. So I have it on another day, but not today. Not today. But what I will ask you guys something is, personally, because I've been thinking about this.
You're the fucking ball. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm sitting here and I'm having a conversation. I seen this dude on YouTube
Okay.
You know, on Abba and Preach, they were reacting to this type of dude that was speaking about his situation, like backstory. He has a tier list. On tier 5 for his Patreon, it's $500, and you have a Zoom chat with him for 1 hour.
Fine.
Some random YouTube guy for $500, and a kid bought it. And I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not gonna go too far into it because they did make a point, but the dude, the YouTuber, was using the kid as a way to, you know, monetize and make money off of his story. Mm-hmm. You know, the dude honestly tried his best to try and like avoid saying the kid's name, but when you give certain amount of details, like you can point out the kid if you know who's around him.
Yeah.
But you know, he was thinking about some self-deletion moments, and my man was like, you know, he was getting a little too invested into the kid's story. He was asking all these questions, which from his perspective, he tried to help. We're talking about 16. Let's say it's 16.
Okay.
Kid, you know, 16.
Wait, no, I just needed the age range, you know, for a variety of reasons. Okay,
16, and he don't really know much, but he's going through some internal stuff, and I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't have asked the dude to tell me his story because that seems like a lot. But my man's, you know, was trying to be a therapist, so on and so forth, as a YouTuber. So my question to you guys is, and this is probably gonna go for us, because you know we ain't gonna stop. The train is gonna keep going. So we're gonna get up to that level and pass this man. But do you guys think that that's something that YouTubers are capable of doing? Do you think that's right for us to do, to like give advice to like individuals about their mental health and what, you know, they could be doing in terms, like, I understand we're giving general advice at times in our opinions maybe, but like this guy was physically thinking that he was a therapist, like mentally in his head he was just like, I'm gonna help this kid become a better life. I mean, it's good to have those intentions, but like that's not you're not professionally like that. You're not a psychologist, you're not a therapist. So my question is that, like, you know, do you guys think that when we get to that point, or for other YouTubers that are a little bit ahead of us, do you think that it's all right for YouTubers to start teaching, you know, their viewers on stuff, getting into their personal lives?
I think I got a clear picture of your question. To answer it, what I've seen is that when they hit a certain amount of fame or whatnot, they'll be asked up front from multiple viewers. Like they'll have like their comments filled with like, yo, your YouTube channel, you know, is helping me go through a tough time. Or like, I feel like I could speak to you, this, that, and the third. So out of the kindness of their hearts, they do speak to them and say some things about it. But to try to base your whole channel on it, I would definitely say don't do that unless you are like qualified to do that.
Or if your channel started off as that, like if that's your the name of your game, like being like you know, that type of YouTuber, being like, you know, being like that type of YouTuber, being more like a therapist, more like that, then cool. But
even then, it's like that's kind of a fine line to walk, because that's like me being like, yo,
I'm not a therapist.
You're right. That's like me saying, yo, I'm a physical therapist, right? Like let's say I just go on YouTube one day shirtless. I'm like, yo, you see how I look? I got the physique, you know, and I can put you on. But in all reality, I have no actual training on how to coach somebody and give them not even just physical therapy, but like be you know, what type of diet they need, what type of exercises they need. You know, It all works in my case because it's for me. But like, no, you know, now with the mental aspect, it's a lot more to that. It's like, yo, you know, especially what you just said. You said the kid was depressed. He wasn't, you know, he wasn't feeling himself. It's like you could tell this kid the wrong thing. You know, not saying he did, but it's just you could. But since you don't even know what's right or wrong in that context, anything you feel like is right, you're just gonna say. And it's like, you probably shouldn't do
You're
that.
doing a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
too
yeah,
much.
yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, I
reaching
wouldn't.
like
Yeah,
a
I
exactly.
wouldn't.
overreach.
I wouldn't do that in that sense unless you're like if you're that kind of guy, like hey, I've been down all this stuff and I'm here to help people like every day, like every day I'm helping them, like I'm talking to people,
Right.
Yeah,
my
but
channel,
even then, like,
listen, if my channel is based on something along that line, then it's kind of like you can do it. It's just how do you?
Like I'll give you a prime example. There was a time where people were trying to get on the Paul brothers' asses, and in their defense, one of them made a song about how he gets constant messages from kids and from people younger than him about their mental states and how they want to reach out to him for some type of advice and whatnot, and he'll accept it. And and that on its own is good. You feel me? It's like, all right, if somebody came to me, they said, "Yo, I'm not feeling too great. I want to confide in you." We're gonna do that. But then the second he was like, "Yo, you know what? I'm gonna make a whole video just talking about all the kids I done helped and saved." It's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you don't need to capitalize on somebody else's misery. Not saying that. Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying that they did.
Yeah.
It's like you're monetizing off the fact that you help somebody. That's like me making a video of myself giving a homeless guy like $20.
I knew you was about to say that example. I knew it.
I'm glad, bro.
I knew you was gonna say example. I knew you was gonna say example. Because that's like the best example.
It's the best example. Exactly.
That's like
why would you even do that? It's like you can help the person, but you don't.
That's like the Trey Rax video. That's like the Trey Rax video.
Yeah.
When he was like, he goes, yo, you want a drink of water? And he's about to hand him the water, and he stops. He goes,
I'll play back.
For 1,000 likes, we're gonna give this homeless man some water. Like, bro, it was like really, really. But that's what YouTubers do when they go up to like. That's why I don't really like the whole. Yo, if you're gonna hand somebody if you're gonna hand a homeless person anything, please don't put a camera in their face.
Facts, like at all. There's no reason for it, bro. Like they're already in a vulnerable position in their time. Like they don't need this type of attention already. It's like you help them out. Beautiful. Keep it pushing. Yeah. You feel me? Like that's all you gotta do.
Yeah, like I'm not the one like to be like, yo, bro, here's some chicken nuggets, and then I'm gonna put the camera dead in his face and be like, yo, listen, yo, here's the chicken nuggets.
Yo,
guys.
eat one. Eat a chicken nugget for a view.
Like I'm on some higher level than him. That I was like, yo, I'm helping him. Look at me.
Eat the chicken nugget. Eat the chicken nuggets and cry. Just cry for me. Helps the channel.
What?
It helps the channel. Just shut it a little bit. Just a little bit. Like, bro, I'm not doing that.
OD, bro. Like I'm not doing that.
That's way too much.
That's really reckless.
That's way too much to do anything. Like I mean, unless that dude is like really, really like a good person and genuinely, like, bro, I'm not paying $500 to talk to you in a Zoom call for only an hour.
Yeah, let's get on that. It's
for
like
an hour.
It doesn't even matter what you do. Let's take Zoom. Let's take Fiverr. Let's take whatever. Let's take there was another site I was just looking at, pretty much for coaches, right? Let's take Rocket League, let's take fighting games, let's take whatever. People will pay for a coach to, video chat them for like an hour and they'll coach them whatnot. And it's like, bro, they only charging like what, $40, $50, or like at max like what, 80?
Yeah.
And then it's like you're dead ass telling me you had a 16-year-old kid, right? Spend $500 just
$500
about his mental health. Like that's something you should have just kept it private.
That's free.
No. Because the thing is, hold on. The thing is a little bit of context. The kid never asked him, which is kind of weird on the kid. But I guess he needed in my opinion, he probably needed like a pep up. He needed a battery in his back.
Yeah.
And he asked for the dude for a shout out on his page, but he paid $500. So that his tier list is like saying like you get a video chat with him, but all he wanted was the shout out on like one of his videos. And the dude was like, you paid for it. I should give you the video chat, but he kept on pushing him to get the video chat instead of all right, he did pay me the money, bro. That's 500. You know how much I can, bro.
Like
I can set my
500
own
for a
self up with a video
16-year-old.
chat, bro.
It may not be a lot for that 16-year-old if he felt like, yeah, you know what, just off my hand, I can give him 500 for this shout out, right? That's where on the kid's fault, it's like you definitely should have specified what you wanted. You know, it was like you asked him for a shout out, but then when you get on the camera, you're giving us the story, and it's like this isn't what you asked for. But then even then, it's like, how are you, a grown ass man, talking about, yo, you know, I'm a dead ass charge this kid $500 just so he can talk to me. Like, you're not that important.
Yeah.
I don't care how big a YouTuber you are.
Yeah.
It's like, the fuck are you doing?
Once I'm paying $500, I can go get.
Yeah, $500 is crazy. Like, cause it's like, bro,
$500.
Like the fuck?
$500. I can get.
He could have went to get a real therapist for that money. You know what I mean? Like, if he really needed somebody to talk to about what he was talking about, what you said, he definitely should not have gave that nigga up.
Yeah,
that YouTuber $500.
$500.
He should. But like, that was the whole thing about my question, is because he shouldn't have. You know, we know that because we can understand that YouTubers for us aren't our models. They aren't our stars and stuff like that. But for him, for that kid,
I know they're not that.
Yeah, he probably thought, like, you know, maybe not thought, but he looks at YouTubers probably from his perspective, and he probably sees, like many young individuals, see these high Instagram, YouTube, TikTok people, and they idolize them. They want to be with them because the views, the looks, that promotes an image or a mirage of greatness, of virtue, and so they want to get advice from them. So that's on part his fault, but the kid also has to take a little responsibility. I'm pretty sure the kid didn't grow up, you know, with no street smarts and no book smarts. If he did, that's a bad combination, but he still could learn from that, especially if he knows that this YouTuber is asking for Patreon 500 and so forth. He obviously knows. So I think the kid does have to take a little responsibility for the fact that of that situation. But yeah, no, but that YouTuber was dead wrong. That YouTuber was dead wrong.
Yeah.
He pushed the kid into a situation the kid didn't need to be in.
And your asking price for a video chat is
right. That's pretty much my main thing. It's like
that's what niggas is kind of getting on.
Like 500 for a shout out. That's like you think you're a fucking rapper type shit. Like, bro, you're not.
You're $500 is crazy.
You know, like if I came on here talking about, yo, y'all want me to say your name on stream, bro? $500. Like, who the fuck am I to say that? Like, nigga,
like, yo, let me get a shout out to this person. Yo, pay me $500 right now for a shout out.
Oh, dude, like that'll make no sense.
$500 for a shout out. I would never in my life.
No, it's not 500 for a shout out. It's 500 for the video cam.
Yeah.
He gets like a 1 hour session, but the kid he ended up wanting that.
1 hour is this? I don't want to talk to somebody. I could talk to my mother for an hour for free.
Oh, dude.
I could talk to my dad for an hour for free.
But see, no, that's factor that we gotta take.
Nah, they should start charging you now. Yo, Trayvon, I need $1 each time we speak. We got 500 words in that 1 hour. That'd be funny.
For free.
Right, for free though. It's like, bro.
That's like, start charging people 50 cents
really,
to
really
talk
like
to
taking advantage of somebody's like, well-being or when they're down and stuff like that. You're kind of thinking like you're pocketing them. They're pocketing that money that they're getting anyway. Like let's just say 10 people do that. 10 people pay you $500. It's a lot of money.
That is.
Yeah, that is.
A lot of money.
You know,
and you keep on saying, and you just keep on saying the same thing to these 10 people.
Yeah. But you know what? That's what YouTubers are right now. And I got an interesting question. Do y'all think, you know, it's still on this topic, but do y'all think that YouTubers and platformers are starting to outreach and outpace mainstream media?
No.
You really don't
There
think
are
so?
there are one or two exceptions like PewDiePie, the Paul brothers, but everything under or on Twitch like Pokemon, Amaranth, because she's a fucking slut. She's not a slut, but like, you know, the shit she does is wild. You know, but outside of that, like cluster of real big people that get actual exposure in the media, no.
I think certain.
So you don't think like
certain.
flagrant. You don't think like the fake Fresh and Fit. When they were up into that some degree, you don't think that those social media platformers are
outpacing
and influencers are really like taking the spot of mainstream media? Because I think they are. I mean, we can look at the numbers, and people are leaving mainstream medias. Journalists are leaving. Editors are leaving. Like
a lot of the people revolving around that are in our age, and in our age group, we just don't even watch TV like that. You know,
yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. You think that they're moving out of that?
No, again, no, because it's like outside of that cluster of people, it's just like for example, us. It's like, you know, we're just here on Twitch. Doesn't matter how long we're on here. You know, we're not beating a fucking actor in a popularity contest. You know, like PewDiePie did that because like he was the #1 YouTuber. You like Pokemon does that because she is like one of the highest rated Twitch viewers. Same thing with the Paul brothers. And it was like, if that were the case, they wouldn't like. I'll take the Paul brothers specifically. Had Jake not had that boxing match, he would be irrelevant right now. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, because the biggest thing he did before that was do some dumbass video where he filmed himself in the suicide forest.
That's Logan.
Yeah, that was Logan.
Okay, cool.
That's Logan.
So it's like, bro, we're really putting these people on a pedestal. That's already touching on the subject we talked about the other day. It's like we're championing the wrong types of people, in my opinion. Like, you're championing people based on the like type of antics they get into, just so y'all can get a fucking reaction. You know, it's like, yeah, that shit was crazy, but now everybody's talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, yo, here comes Jake talking about he wants to fight Floyd Mayweather. The nigga 50-0 talking about I'm actually beat him up. What are you doing in that ring? It's a publicity stunt because y'all want to pop up, y'all want to get these numbers, and y'all want to move away from like the demographic where I would say roughly 80 to 90% of your audience are children. And I feel like that's the reason why they're really popping up in numbers. They get a lot of the younger viewers because the shit that they do, obviously, we're not going to pay attention to. And even if we do pay attention to it, it's so we can talk about.
You're muted.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was a little bit of a tangent. Very specifically, outside of that top 2 to 3%, that's actually rivaling mainstream media, the actors, actresses, whatnot. No, you know, I'll give you another prime example, right? You remember when Fred had a TV show on Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
Why didn't they do that for everybody else? Where's the Logan Paul show?
I mean, they was on Disney.
I mean, they don't need
they
to
was on
because
Disney.
they have YouTube.
Yeah. And it was all, and both of the Paul brothers was on Disney.
Yeah,
both of the
like this is why I'm saying this is what I'm saying. Like,
oh yeah, no, I still don't think they're out taking regular movie stars and actors. No, like
I think they are. I think they are, bro. Do you know how many people, dude? The reason I say this is because you have like YouTubers that are like are famous, or at least moderately famous to some degree. If you have more than 1 million viewers, or maybe even like 500,000 viewers, let's go with that. I think.
Of course they're going to get those views because kids are always online and looking for them for all their dumbass antics. So of course they would win that popularity vote. It's like, let's take a channel like, let's just look at every big channel that you look at. What do they do? They're very loud. They're abrasive. They're in your face. They're very bright. They're very colorful. You feel me? Because they're attracting these legions of kids that have nothing else to do but to watch their videos and give them views and give them traction and spread the word about whatever they're doing. You know,
I don't agree with that. Like I look at no because I look at the demographic that Logan Paul and them go for. Understandably, it is like younger
so you don't agree
viewers.
that it's
But then you
it's
have Joe
saying
Rogan.
that
You have Joe Rogan. You have let's go with Flagrant 2. You got him,
so do
Joe
you
Scotts,
feel
I
that
think his
Joe
name.
Rogan is more popular than these actors right now? We'll just go straight like that.
I think Joe Rogan will outlast majority of these actors. Honestly, Joe Rogan is the most popular podcast. Everyone listens to him. Everyone knows him. Actors,
That also
top
goes into my
executives,
second,
stuff
the
like that.
top.
They
He's
go
at the
to him.
top. You feel me?
He's at the top, but
Right.
you can look
If
at
he
you
wasn't
can look
at
at
the top,
Flagrant
would
2.
it be right?
You can look
Okay,
at
you go.
Flagrant 2. You can look at, let's say, in the psychological
We can say Fresh and
atmosphere.
Fit.
We could say Jordan, really Fresh and Fit have went up and then they dropped. But you got Jordan B. Peterson, you got Ben Shapiro, you got like a lot of these individuals. While Ben Shapiro is a little bit in the political side,
Yeah, that's more
he's
political.
And you know Jordan
he
Peterson is like
sticks.
50, bro. He was there for a minute now. But go ahead.
He was there for a minute, but
Continue.
like these
Good
people
shot.
don't shoot their demographics. Some of them don't shoot their demographics at younger viewers, but at people our age or people generally within the 26 to 20-year-olds and 18-year-olds demographic. Like their views and their statistics are being pulled from that demographic. So it shows that like, and a majority of people are going to YouTube. Like more people are going to YouTube than they are going to mainstream media.
Right.
Only
And
people
that's
that go
what
into
I'm saying.
mainstream
A lot
media
of
are
people in our age just stop
older
watching
individuals.
TV. Right.
But that shows by that evidence, because it's only growing the more children are being introduced to the internet. They're going to YouTube to learn things rather than mainstream media. That's why I'm saying mainstream media, while it's still trying to be big today, are acting like tabloids. Like they're going after small things. They're going after certain situations if there isn't a big one.
I do get that. And that's why I feel exactly what you just said. Joe Rogan is the top podcast. What did I just say earlier? Outside of that top percentage, they're not rivaling these regular actors and media outlets. It's like, yes, in a couple years they will, because everybody in the age, everybody like 40 and above isn't going to go on YouTube. Matter of fact, they already do to watch the news, CNN, whatnot. I'll get you. That's just a sign of the changing times. You feel me? But right now, unless you're inside that bubble, you're not touching these actors. You're not taking that.
I don't know about that, bro. Because there's individuals that see YouTubers, and then you have
an example.
So in one situation, we can look at Abba and Preach. We can look at Abba and Preach.
No, I need you to keep this in mind. They have to be outside the bubble of being a top YouTuber or streamer.
No, okay, that's fine. We can go with Abba and Preach. We can go with Abba and Preach. And we can
I'm only
Preach
saying
before this.
Like,
we're saying before his massive explosion.
I don't know.
Even is
exactly.
Abba?
You could say Abba and Preach.
I don't know who that is, man. You explain.
I know. All right, I can explain it. He's a YouTuber that is Abba and Preach are two YouTubers that have a channel that focuses on some social topics with a comedic twist to them because they are comedians. They are friends with Joe Scotts or something like that. I don't know how to say his name, but if you ever heard of Flagrant 2 podcast or not, that's cool either. They also been on Fresh and Fit as well. They are the first people to criticize Fresh and Fit and put them on blast for their behavior. So they're the people that started that. They called them out on it, and everyone rallied behind them because Fresh and Fit couldn't put defamation cases on them and put lawsuits on them, try and pressure them with the law.
Right.
And they replied back like, we got money too, so we can basically all that stuff. So to some degree, they are within that sphere of talking about stuff. Now, before they reached, let's say, 1 million views, they did make a video of their interactions with some of their fans. Now, there was a very famous I forgot model, like a very famous model, a model that you necessarily would know. I don't know about models very much. I'm not very into that stuff. but a lot of individuals our age, a little bit older maybe, would know about him. And I can't remember his name for God all, but he knew him and he pointed it out like, yo, this dude is right in front of my face. Like I've always seen him, I always want to be him. But the individuals didn't see this dude. They didn't know who this dude were, but they knew who Preach were. But he wasn't even big at the time. He gets that type of publicity. Some other individuals get that type of publicity, even if they're not that big. So that's why I'm saying, like, even though these models, these actors, if they're not even the slightest bit relevant, like if you didn't make a movie in the past year or two, they're not going to remember you. They're not, because TikTok is always in their face. YouTube is always in their face. Freaking Twitch is always in their face. Like I know Dashi before I know who the freak played in Bird Box. I don't know who that woman is. I don't have no idea. But I know Dashi. I know some of these individuals, but it's because they're more relevant and they're coming into the atmosphere and they're starting to encroach. Maybe not Dashi, but a lot of people are starting to encroach into popularity, like overhaul. They're just taking people because they're doing more than actors are. They make one movie and then you have to wait 4 years for them to make another movie, or 3 years to make another movie.
That is true. And that is also why we see a lot of actors and whatnot. Let's take Jack Black and Snoop Dogg, even though one's not an actor. They're on Twitch and YouTube as well. You feel me? And that's where it's like, that's where I see eye to eye with you. It's like in 5 to 10 years, you feel me? These things will fizzle out. Especially with the pandemic, it was like, yo, people don't want to go to movies. People don't want to go outside. It's like, yo, who wants to see these big name actors when I'm out here worrying about my fucking life every day? So I do get you there. And it's like, yeah, they are becoming the new celebrities because of the ease of access to them as well. That's another thing I want to get into. That's another layer. Because of the ease of access to them, as well as the more personal side. Let's take Benedict Cumberbatch, right? Just played in Doctor Strange. I don't know nothing about him other than he was the actor to play in Doctor Strange. It's like, yeah, I can do a wiki search on this guy. But like exactly like your point, let's take what was that guy? I actually just seen a video on this where some guy was trying to help PewDiePie push to be the #1 YouTuber, and like through that he ended up building his own type of channel. Pretty much, it was like, yo, he's out here not necessarily exposing himself, but you get another side to YouTubers and streamers that you wouldn't necessarily get from the more common celebrity types. Like there's like, pardon my lack of phrasing, there's a level of intimacy that you get with YouTubers where it's like, yo, my name is Gary Rogers. This is what I do fucking 7 days a week. I love FIFA. And like, yeah, let's take our podcast. It's like, this is who we are, like, as individuals. There is no like, oh, it's a role. Like, this is really how you are. So I feel like that has a big part to play, because the more relatable you seem to others, and the more people seem like they can relate to you, the more they're gonna watch you, the more they're gonna view you, and the more they're gonna want to be like, this seems like the type of guy that I could just see in the bar. We would be chill. I feel like that's the way things are going with a lot of celebrity.
Can I interject?
Of course.
I try to interject.
Hell yeah, bro. Round table. Yo, you should have said, shut the fuck up.
Nah. I wasn't gonna do that. But unique is not wrong in any type of light, because you can look at it like with music and anything.
Oh, of course. I didn't say he was wrong. I just said I disagree. Y'all gotta remember, it's just an opinion. Not right or wrong.
No. I'm just saying, like, he's definitely on the wrong boat, because it's like you can look at it. You can even look at it from like Instagram or anything along that light of, you can look at a person who has 3 million followers or 5 million followers, and you look at somebody who has like 100K, but they're more entertaining. They're more better than these people. They're more better in that light.
But then wouldn't their like viewers match that?
But
if you have better quality shit.
I could be
Yeah, bet,
Well,
Rob.
no, not
I'm
necessarily,
telling you
because
right
you
now.
can,
you can-
like you said, you could be
Let you rock
relatable,
out.
yeah,
and
yeah,
you can
be-
have like more closer people. My fault.
you can
Continue.
Oh, no, yeah. I get you. I
can
get
you
you
can
there.
definitely
You have a more loyal fan base, people that really
yeah
fuck with you.
that person that person who has 3 million followers may not be that entertaining, that anything. You could look at it like from example, right?
Right.
Let's take Pokimane for example. Do you find Pokimane any shape or form of
No.
entertaining? No, right?
I feel like a lot of Pokemon's viewers are just there because she's Pokemon.
Yes.
But that's a whole way different story.
But
We can
but
talk
but
about it
but
later.
but you could take
But
you
no,
could but you could take somebody
Thank you for
but you
watching.
could take
I
somebody
see one viewer in there. I appreciate you.
who isn't who is lower or any shape or form. You could take somebody who's better at what she does. That's way better than her. In any shape or form, they're way better
okay.
Hmm.
in her own bubble, and they don't get the attention like she probably does, or any of that. Like, but it's the it's in anything with these with the big actors, the big name guys. You're not wrong about not really seeing an actor for so long. Then you finally see him. Then you're like, oh, I haven't seen him since what forever. But then you do see like a guy like Dashi every day. You do see like Corey Kenshin every day. You do see like these guys every day. You'll be more like, oh, I see this guy every time, and it's bringing more and more attention to the person more and more rather than these other guys that you barely see.
I do get you there. Here would be my counter argument. Will Smith. What was the last movie Will Smith was in?
He did like a Netflix movie. He did a Netflix.
I
movie.
don't freaking know. I don't
I
know.
feel you. Word. I don't know, but yet everybody knows. Not even just Will Smith, but his whole family because of one slap. Like everybody was talking about that for months.
But
You feel me? He didn't.
he also has
Wait, no.
antics. But he also has the antics to keep him alive too. Also, because
That's true. It is the antic, and that goes into my whole. Well, not my whole thing, but that goes into my other tangent. It's like people are getting the fame off of the antics more than their like actual product.
Yeah.
It's like people are like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Nobody's really. People are paying attention to it, of course, but from what I see a lot on Facebook and shit, people are just memeing the fuck out of it. They're there for the meme because it's entertaining for them. They find the discourse entertaining, and through that, they get their views.
And people never really even heard of Amber Heard. Not a lot of people know who Amber Heard is. People know who Johnny Depp is.
Right, but now everybody on the face of the planet knows who Amber Heard is. They're gonna go watch her movies. They're gonna go be like, "Yo, this bitch is really." I'm gonna keep my whole opinions on that separate.
Yeah. But that's like that's in anything now. But most of the guys who are like doing YouTube, even music, you can find somebody who does music like low. Like you could take your SoundCloud artists, you could take guys who are not on the radio every day that make better music than guys who are in the industry. It's in that same light where underground music can be better than mainstream music. Even in your mainstream media, like people who do the news and stuff like that, even YouTubers who do news, like like they do news better than the people on the news because they have their own freedom. Because they have their own freedom to do whatever they want. Like they can tell you the news how they want to say it. They want to. I can do anything. Like I can do any subject at any given moment. While with a news dude, you gotta kind of like, oh, here's our subject for today, and you do only these. Like you're not gonna get that much coverage of everything. Like guy on YouTube can do that 100%. He can 100%. Oh, I could do this today. I could do this today, and I could do everything today. And he's gonna spin it in he can use his own voice.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot better. A lot better.
Nah, it's cool, Rob. I sold you, my boy. I sold you. Go ahead. Let's see. To break away, but to still stay on the celebrity. Yeah, it's like modern day celebrity are really celebrity off of their antics. I'm not saying all of them, but now it's seeming like a strong majority of people just really want to see discourse, and a lot of bullshit happens. And that's what they hyper focus on. It's like it would be one thing if us as like the masses were looking at this Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation and say, "Yo, domestic abuse. It's a subject. It's a sensitive subject. We're not here to pick and choose sides. Because of course the fucking social media wants to act like they're judge, jury, and executioner. But even still, it's like, yo, we can look at this
social media.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't really want to say social media.
I'm gonna say
I want to say mainstream media. I think social media is a little bit more. While there are airheads on social media, like definitely for a fact there are airheads, but
not even just that.
I don't think it's that hard because
it's not that it's hard. It's just the fact that everybody on social media either is posting memes about it or very one-sidedly picking a side during this, right? And it's like, on the surface, I get it. Y'all love one actor over the other. You heard one side. Y'all believe one is a liar. But if we were to actually dead-ass sit in that court, I can't just stand up and say, Amber Heard, you fucking bitch. You took a shit on his bed.
Yeah.
We have to sit there, think rational about it, and then come to the conclusion after we heard the evidence.
That's
right?
But that's like in anything. That's
of course.
That's like you got kids. That's like the thing that happened recently in an NBA game, right? The day on Mother's Day, right?
Right.
Chris Paul, this white boy. Well, let me see. 16-year-old kid pushes Chris Paul's mother and his wife in front of his kids and everything, and it's like people are acting more and more crazier, like even in social media or anything. People are talking more. People are like, I could talk to any celebrity in any way, but then when they doing that in front of their faces, they're a little, that's a little different. That's a lot different. Like I've never seen like somebody like fans be more, aggressive or anything. Like even in a courtroom, you can't really like say like something like Amber Heard, you're a bitch. Like you can't do that. You can't do none of that.
Right. And the reason, and what I'm saying about social media is that like they have all the facts, judge. They act like they already came to a deliberation and know who's guilty versus not guilty, jury, and then they already know what they want to do for the punishment, i.e., cancel them, executioner. And that happens with everything that flies by. Let's go back to the Will Smith situation. On one side, you had people saying, yo, you know what? Will Smith was in the right. He's just trying to be the man of the house. He's doing what he has to do, blah, 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 blah. And on the other side, we have the people that say, yo, it's not right to talk Smith is a simp, shit like this. Like they're taking very extreme stances on both sides. I mean, obviously there wasn't any more information to go